Hello, Brain Masters! Welcome to Master Your Brain, the channel that's like an owner's manual for your brain. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of our tips.
And if you find this helpful, forward it to a friend so they can start living life as the master of their brain.
So have you seen the movie Office Space? Probably most of you have. It's a classic tale of absurdity and stress in the modern workplace.
Remember when the boss casually tells people that they have to work over the weekend like this?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Has this ever happened to you?
It could be in any situation. It could be at work when someone asks you to do more than you signed up for. It could be at home. It could be at school.
How do you feel when this happened to you?
So I think most of us feel pretty much the same, which would be
frustrated, anxious, or trapped between a rock and hard place.
We might even feel controlled and manipulated or used.
In this kind of situation, most people react.
Either we express our frustration or we suppress it.
If you express fully your emotional frustration and resentment, what's going to happen?
It's not going to be good because you're probably either going to quit or you're going to get fired.
Most of us are not ready to risk that, so we suppress instead.
But that's not so great either. As most of you know, when you suppress, you may smile on the outside, but it's not an authentic smile.
It's for others, just to save your job. Internally, you become heavy and dark, just as much as you smile because you are squeezing your energy out, disconnecting from yourself.
But it might seem safer and easier, so most of the time, about 90% of the time, we just suppress.
It sounds like we are stuck between the two choices. What can you do?
Here's the first thing. We've got to become more conscious about what our brains are doing before we get stuck in expression or suppression.
Most of the time, our expression and suppression happen unconsciously.
So think of how it is when you're frustrated or just confused. Everything seems to happen really fast before you have time to even notice that you're saying something or that inside you're just hiding all of those emotions.
We are so focused on what's happening outside, we have no idea what's happening inside our brain.
So we've got to find a way to hold on to our awareness and pay attention to what's going on inside. But how can we do that?
One of the answers, and this is a very part of how to master your brain, is to have a solid idea about what you want.
So in each and every situation, especially when you're facing challenges, we need that awareness of what we want. What is priority number one? And that gives us some kind of mental anchor.
Then we can go to work managing the situation from a place of mastership.
So let's talk about at work again. In this situation, you can start by getting really clear about the priority when it comes to your job.
Is this job something that you absolutely need, no matter what?
Is it essential for your survival? Or is it essential for you to achieve your future dreams?
If so, then you should have a pretty clear reason to go ahead and work over the weekend.
Or in general, to face whatever challenges are in front of you because you know, I need to do this.
On the other hand, if this job is not essential to you, then you got to be clear about that.
If you don't see yourself working at this job next year, that's good to know because now you can consider moving on.
Don't let unexamined emotions and preconceptions prevent you from making the right choice for yourself and your dreams.
All right, so let's assume that you're clear that you need this job. Now it's time to really master your brain.
Here's how. When your boss asks you to work over the weekend, you got to stay connected with the feeling of why you need this job.
That means maybe taking a moment to meditate or just reflect on what you really want. You got to stay connected to the feeling of achieving your dreams or maybe just the necessity of providing for your family. Whatever the reason that you need this job, you need to feel it.
Feeling is very important. Once you have connected with that feeling, then you can take the next step. And that is to
smile. But it's not just a smile for others. It's a smile for yourself.
We can actually start to experiment with this kind of thinking based on the way we speak.
Let's try it out. See if you can feel the difference based on these two different ways of speaking and thinking.
Say to yourself, my boss told me I need to work over the weekend. Well, I don't like it, but I will do it.
Again, my boss told me that I need to work this weekend. I don't feel like I have a choice, so I'll do it.
My boss told me I need to work over the weekend. I don't like it, but what else can I do?
How does that feel? Usually we're so focused on what other people are demanding of us and what's happening outside and what we're receiving through our five senses that we don't notice what's going on inside.
When we focus on the outside stimulation, we are left reacting unconsciously.
And this is what really gets us into trouble because we end up feeling powerless, trapped, controlled, or just irritated and confused.
You need to be responsible for what you are hearing, seeing, feeling, all the senses.
That's the time when you can take action. You can get an agreement with your true self, that internal voice saying, yes, I see all of that, but I still need to do this and I choose it.
Try this instead. I heard my boss say that I need to work over the weekend. I feel that I need this job.
Again, I heard my boss say that I need to work over the weekend. I feel that I really need this job, so I can accept that.
One more time. I heard my boss say that I need to work over the weekend, and I really feel that I need this job, so I consciously make a choice of doing it.
It's as simple as that. I heard, focusing on that versus he said.
But can you feel the difference? Obviously, we are not saying that it's going to be easy, or then you will not feel emotional when you have to cancel or rearrange your plans.
But the point is, even though there's still emotions and frustration, we take back our passion and our power by focusing on the purpose and the goal.
This is the essence of being the master of your brain, and it works in almost every situation in our life.
Some of you might be worried that if you use this kind of thinking, you'll just be a pushover. You'll be more easy to manipulate. But that's really not the case.
In the short run, you might go along with their request, but in the long run, you actually maintain more confidence and credit to make your own decisions.
So the next time that you're in a situation that makes you feel frustrated, anxious, or powerless, check in with your brain. What is your priority at that moment?
Are you still connected to your dream? If you slipped into feelings of negativity and powerlessness, most likely you are not connected to your dream.
Yeah, if you're getting negative and feeling powerless, you're probably reacting based on a preconception like, I'm being taken advantage of, or this will just make my life more difficult.
Master your brain by remembering what you really want in every moment. Connect with the big picture and cultivate that feeling within yourself.
Next time, we'll talk more about developing that feeling or energy inside. That's what we call the inner voice.
We hope you find this helpful.
Let us know in the comments section if there are situations that make you feel stuck or powerless, and what happens when you try to apply this principle of I heard, I saw, and I felt.
We take your comments and address those situations in our next videos.
And don't forget to share this video so that everybody can be a brain master.
Until then, use your brain well.
Happy living.
See you next time.